solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
A different look for New York. Derek Williams, he checked in for Porzingis. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. Then for the Wizards, Nene, he's checked in for Morris. Oubre comes in for Jared Dudley. And it's Thornton in for Beal.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete. But his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
Here's Grant following the basket by John Wall. That's good. Grant's got his first bucket of the night.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
That gives them the lead.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline player.
He had a nice open look right there.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Thornton for three, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. It's a tie game in New York. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Chance now to hear from the Brazilian big man Nene about the development of this Wizards team.
We changed our style, the way we...
With Nene in the mix, that team is indeed capable and talented and can do some very special things.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's in a supporting role, and when he steps up in a big way, he gives them an X factor.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
Pavan Lopez out there with Derek Williams. Then there's a follow. Then there's Calderon. And it's Galloway in at the one spot. They're the group New York will start the second with. Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed.
No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. It's good from long range.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
The drive by Anthony. Porter pulls it in.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Nene. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Zinkis, he's checked in for the Knicks. Vujicic comes in for Langston Galloway.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
The drive by Anthony, and they'll keep possession.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
The Wizards making a switch here. Morris is checked in.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Outside for Beal. He dishes it to Morris. Baseline jumper. It's rebounded by New York. Lopez has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
And Sessions kicks to Beal. Pass to Dudley. It's stolen by Calderon. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Now here's Beal. He's tightly guarded. Sessions against Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Aaron Aflalo. He's checked in for the Knicks.
Aaron Aflalo.
Two on the clock. On its way from Dudley for 2. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Sessions against Calderon. The pass to Porzingis. That falls. Nice speed this time from Jose Calderon. And the Knicks lead by 3.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out. And sometimes the best way to do that is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And then for Washington, Gortat has come in for Porter. And John Wall subbed in for Sessions. The kick out to Wall. Drops one in from the wing. Wall's got 11 points. Knicks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year. Just lacked any real presence in the paint. And lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
Porzingis and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. You know, at the Knicks, they were second to last in field goal percentage from their front court. Granted, they were hit by injuries. It seemed like all over the place all season.
Yeah, you know, with that poor field goal percentage shooting and being top 3 in field goal attempts on the year, not a good combination.
Last season at both sides. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. No one near Wall as he lets it go.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Beal from long range, and good, coming off the assist by Wall. Beal's got the lead up to 4 now for the Wizards.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar at this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
One more time, let me hear your Knicks City Dancers.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Washington. For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. Langston Galloway's checked in for Anthony. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wall. No luck.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Wizards leading by 4. And it's blocked.
I'd like to see him use a little clock here.
I agree with you. Milk the clock with this possession. That's what they've got to be doing.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And another miss by Washington. Here's Galloway. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Wall. No good on the buzzer beater. It's a tie game in New York. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, some great help off the bench during this first half. What does their contribution mean to this team?
Well, I mean, we always believe that we have one of the better benches in the NBA. And when they come to play like we're playing so far, you know, it makes it a tough game, it makes it a tough.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille. A fantastic first quarter from Carmelo Anthony. He ended up with 22 points and 2 rebounds. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
They got to get more aggressive on the glass.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
What a great game for Anthony in this one. 22 points and also a couple of rebounds. That's big-time production. He has over 50% of his team's points.
Wow. You just got to love watching the way he operates.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Wizards. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Porter is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Gortat in at the 5, home in the paint.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give.
Wall against Calderon. It's Wall with the drive. And again, New York running the court in transition. And here's Anthony for 3. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Second shot opportunity. And a high bounce as it comes off the rim.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on as the season grew older. More and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Beal's shot is good.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now here's Wall. He's got 13. And it's sent back by Lopez. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 27. Morris with the rebound.
How about him there just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
So for the Wizards, Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Temple comes in for Beal.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Good.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Temple.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Anthony with it, guarded now by Morris. Trying to get open is Lopez. Anthony's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Anthony gets double-teamed. Calderon kicks to Vujacic. It's Anthony with the drive. Good work defensively by Morris.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And again, Washington with the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
New York calls timeout.
And Washington put together a good season against the East last year. Ended up with that 46-36 record, with 30 of those wins coming against the rest of the conference.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Jared Dudley's checked in for Washington. Thornton comes in for Otto Porter Jr. They grab their own miss, and it's blocked. 3 on 3. Here's Dudley. And that misses. That would have put him up. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
6 to shoot. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Dudley's got 9.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
New York moving it around. No good. Now Washington takes it the other way. In transition, here come the Wizards. Here's Thornton. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Thornton's got the game tied up here for the Wizards. New York shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. And it's a Flalo penetrating. The kick out to Williams. Rebounded by the Wizards. Temple's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Dudley the pass to Nene. Now here's Thornton. Defense right on him. For the lead, it's deflected. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Zingas, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Then for the Wizards, Gortat's checked in for Nene. Beal comes in for Garrett Temple. And John Wall subbed in for Sessions. Williams against Dudley. Out left to the wing. Left side, Wall. And he goes in for the dunk.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Up in time. That misses. Would have counted had.
These are your Nick City dancers. Go on and give it up.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Wizards shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. They've got Calderon. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony, and it's Galloway in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Wall, and he banks in the layup. Wall's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Wizards.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Gortat with the block. It's stolen by Calderon. Anthony drives in, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Sasha Vujacic is checked in for New York. And a change for the Wizards. Morris is checked in. Calderon against Wall. Oh, he jams it right over Robin Lopez. Wow.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
This is what you love, guys. Superb defense, a great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Yeah, but you just can't afford to give up plays like that at this time in a ball game.
And it's good.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
And Wall. Here we go now. And he gets it to go. Wall's got the lead up to 4 now for Washington.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Calderon. With some arc. Here's Lopez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Washington.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
When you look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
Vujacic kicks to Anthony. 13 feet away. And the dunk by Lopez.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector. Just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase blocks. He just challenges every shot inside without foul. Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Outside, Wall. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Kid, you ready?
Wall's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Outside for Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Now the dish to Beal. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. And it's a 7-point Wizards lead.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And New York making a change here. Aflalo's checked in. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. To stop the run, and it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
Aflalo dishes to Calderon. Aflalo left side. Porzingis passes to Lopez. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Wall against Calderon. Now here's Wall. He's guarded closely. It's good! 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Porzingis. No good. Gortat with the defensive effort. And they go to the intentional foul. Washington with the ball. From deep. Wall. Tries again. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that includes. Increases their lead to 6. So it gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Anthony drives in, rejected by Wall. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. $19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anthony no one around. And the Knicks miss again. Here's Temple. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. This one for 3. Misses. And so it's the Wizards with the W.
Well, Bradley, and
The 2K Sports postgame show.